Good morning, guys. Mark here, Myrtle Beach Generators. Today we are working on a generator, an old Synergy model. Not to say anything bad about Generac Synergy models. However, they were a very short run of Generacs for a reason. But today this gentleman has a red light condition and a couple error codes. 1100 overcrank, which is typically a fuel-related issue, but it can also be a spark-related issue as well. And then the other major concern that you would see on a Synergy model that you wouldn't see on a new Evolution 2s, like 22 kWs and up, is a VSCF alarm, which is a variable speed constant frequency alarm. If anybody knows anything about Generacs, frequency roughly translates to hertz. And if anybody's ever been to a Generac class, hertz and frequency are the same thing. We always want 60 hertz. So if you have a problem with hertz or frequency or RPM, then we know it's engine related. If you have a problem with voltage, then we know it's AVR or alternator related. So this has a VSCF alarm. You want to look at that. The VSCF alarm. Error code 1055. That's telling me that it's not getting the appropriate frequency, which means the engine is not coming up to speed. So we're going to go ahead and start this and see what she sounds like. Okay, if you heard that, there's some backfiring in the intake, which means that your valves are out of adjustment. It means either your exhaust valve is closing too quickly, so when your intake valve opens, you'll hear a backfire in the intake. It kind of sounds like a pop inside the engine. So we already know that's an issue. Your generator will run on one cylinder, so you can always just unplug one spark plug. See if she runs. You tried. Put that one back on and onto the back side. See if she'll start. So we're going to go ahead and replace the magnetos on this today, and you're going to get to watch. It's a couple little things I'll tell you about during the video process, but we're going to use this as a teachable moment. So we're going to have Devin and Chase over here start doing some work on this. So enjoy. So these intake manifolds have to come off and replace magnetos because we need to get this air shield off of here. Getting a set of these, it's the long Allen keys, but have to have the ball end on them is ideal. I don't know where mine are. I'm looking at Chase, but it's not his fault. It's the other one's fault. Make this significantly easier to do because you can kind of go in at an angle. But we're going to make it work anyway. If you're removing the air shield on one of these, you need a short, stubby 10 millimeter for the back bottom one. So, short 10 millimeter. roughly the size of a business card. So you'll take your magnet here, and you'll set it right in the center. Just slide up. You'll place that magnet or that business card right underneath this portion of it, just like so. You kind of just let it relax. So now we know the gap is the thickness of a business card, and then we'll tighten these up. Don't ever like hammer down on these will break. So you snug it up and then give it a good snug. And just roll that out.
Already. A little moped horn there.
And make sure you plug it. They recommend replacing this harness, but I've never actually, out of the hundreds of these that I've done, I've never actually seen the harness go bad unless it's been like laying up against something. This one's clearly not.
What do they recommend that for? Like corrosion in the terminals?
You're in here.
Just do it while you're there.
Yeah. But I've never actually seen any one of them go bad.
Do they sell kits for that, or you have to?
You just gotta order the harness. That is in there, so we're gonna do the same thing. You know what, Devin? Come on around. You're gonna do this one. Yay.
I love working on generators.
With older units like this, aluminum on aluminum has a tendency to corrode, but this intake manifold has small rings here for the stepper motor, the way that it recesses in. So before you put these things back on, always give it a spray with either some WD-40 or some sort of lubricant so those O-rings can slide up where they belong. Okay, anytime you remove the controller from your generator, it's important the way you plug it back in. So this harness right here with this little pigtail on it, this is a resistor. And since all the harnesses are made the same for this particular version, whether it's 16 kW, 14 kW, 22, 20, this is how the controller identifies what generator it is attached to. So if this is not plugged in first, when you power up this controller, it is searching for this. So what will happen is, if I plug any one of these in and send power to this unit, it's going to give you a fixed identification error code. You can simply just unplug everything back out. Make sure you plug this one in first, and then plug everything in. And that will tell the controller what generator it's in. So Devin's going to do that now. Actually, you know what? Chase is going to do that.